Hello and welcome to the Insight. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome again. This is your favorite channel, dear football fans, and this is your favorite show, The Insight. It's our new show here on the channel, and we're going to be giving you basically insightful, I guess I can use that word, uh, you know, view on different things that is going on. But today, I just wanted to come on and just share with us, this year college football 2025 is interesting, right? And I believe for the first time ever in a long time, from my perspective, week one matters. And that's why the title is going to be Week One Matters More Than Ever. And you might be wondering, what do you mean by this? To me, I think week one this year is certainly more than just like a kickoff. A kickoff. This year, week one, I believe, is a statement from powerhouse rematches to high stake quarterback debuts, right? This is where the new narratives are born. And here on the inside, I'm going to share what I mean. So, the first question is, why is week one unique, right? This year, for the first time ever, I believe it's historically the first time ever, this early in the season, we're going to be having three top 10 matchups. First, first of its kind. Three top 10 matchups, first of its kind, right? We're also going to be having what I consider game changing impact of the newly expanded 12 team college football playoffs. Because this is going to allow teams to be able to absorb early losses and then later on mount a redemption arc. For example, one of the top 10 showdowns that we have, right, is Texas, number one, playing Ohio State, number three, right? This alone is like the college football playoff semifinal last year. It's like a rematch of college football playoffs last year, right? But the different thing this year is that we're also going to be having, excuse me, a debut of Manning, right? Arch Manning is going to be getting his first official start versus Ohio State's defense, right? That alone is like must watch. So I'm sorry. If you have plans, you know, if you made plans and your loved ones don't show up because they're watching this game, don't be upset at them because everybody's going to be tuned in to number one versus number three and the debut of Arch Manning because we all want to see what he's going to do, right? In the offseason, there's been talks about him, you know, without even playing his first game, possibly being a Heisman winner, right, or Heisman contender. There's been talks about him being drafted first round, and for the rumor mongers are saying, he might go to the Cleveland Browns, yada yada yada. But now we get to see him play his first game and see what he can do. The other game, right, in terms of top 10 showdown is Clemson, number four, versus LSU, number nine. First of all, I think LSU is ranked too low. LSU should be way higher than number nine. But, I digress, right? For me, this is like an LSU and a Clemson team that basically they have contrasting philosophies as it relates to like their team building, right? We all know, Clemson is not a big guy. Their coach is not a big, transfer portal guy, but I think he's changed his tune as of last year or so, right? He's all about continuity and recruiting freshmen, right? But LSU, this team, I think it's star-studded with a nice transfer class, and I think they're also going to be playing in that Valley, I believe. So it's a game that everyone is also going to be tuned into, right? So I'm sorry again. If the phone is on silent, just know what's going on, right? If the phone is on do not disturb, just know why. If it's your birthday weekend or your wedding weekend and people don't show up, or they show up late, or they show up and they're on their phones, I'm telling you why now, right? The other game, right, is Notre Dame. Notre Dame versus Miami, right? And this is going to be a high profile night game, right? It's going to be featuring the new QB, right? So I'm like this is 6 versus 10. This is going to be an interesting first week for sure. Just those three games is like a must watch, right? And then we're not even considering Friday night's game with Colorado versus Georgia Tech. Everyone is going to be tuned into that game because we want to see a new Colorado team without Shador Sanders, without Travis Hunter, without the other Jimmy on Jr., the Websters and co. Right? And we want to see if Georgia Tech is the same Georgia Tech of last year, right? If they can go to Boulder and dominate, right? We all want to see that, right? The other thing about week one, right, is like I said earlier, we want to see Achmani, right? We want to see OSU quarterback Julian Sain, right? We want to see Notre Dame's quarterback CJ Carr, right? We want to see how they're going to do in their first starts, and also we want to see if they're the ones that can lead this team. Because if those guys are successful, college football this year is going to be nice. Not that it's not nice, but it's going to be nicer with a lot of storylines, right? And also, like this year, from my perspective, right, my insight on this week one for this year is that I feel like with those games that I just mentioned and all these quarterbacks that I just mentioned, it's going to be a breeding ground for NFL scouts. Yes, I know NFL scouts go to games and stuff like that, but sometimes they don't go to like week one games, right? They wait towards mid-season, end of the season, and all that stuff. But a lot of scouts are going to be at week one games, right? Because marquee matchups like Clemson, LSU, Texas, Ohio State, right? It's like a mini combine for draft stocks. They want to see good against good. Even Colorado against Georgia Tech. A lot of those seniors, they want to see good against good. So you best believe it's going to be flooding with scouts. So my advice to those young men is you gotta go out and you gotta ball out. You gotta go out and you gotta shine. And also, week one, from a fan's perspective, there's a lot to be excited about. There's a lot to be excited about. There's a lot to be cheesing about. There's a lot to watch, right? The question is, from a fan perspective, which storyline should we be most excited about, right? Is it the Manning debut, right? Is it the college football implications, right? Is it QB performance? Is the what guys are going to improve their draft stocks starting game one, right? Is it how successful is Colorado going to be with Kaden Salter at the helm, right? Is it will Colorado be able to run the football this season, right? It gives you chills. It gives you chills because, like, if you look, Clemson versus LSU, it gives you like playoff feels. Like that's like a legitimate playoff game if you think about it, right? So I'm just gonna keep it short, but from my perspective, I think week one, right? Like this is just the beginning, right? This is just the beginning, and I think the outcome of week one, it could define the trajectory, right? The trajectory of the season for a lot of teams, right? And like I said, in terms of the playoff implication, it can also rewrite expectations, right? And I know preseason ranking and all that good stuff, but week one can rewrite expectations for a lot of teams, and also it can like help create new household names in terms of these players, right? So if there's one thing I can definitely say from a fan's perspective is just sit back, grab your popcorn, grab your favorite meal, put your phone on do not disturb, kiss your loved ones, and let them know you see them after the games Sunday morning, right? And just enjoy and just enjoy, because I know what I'll be doing, and we can definitely come back later and you can share your experience. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. That's my time for now. Right? If you enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe for more breakdown and for more insightful takes. Right? And if there's anything you'd like for us to talk about, make sure you engage in the comments. And like I said, subscribe, share, and let your loved one know that it is college football season. And if they can't find you, they know where you'll be because the time has come. 2025 college football season is here, and it's here to stay. See you guys on the next one. Bye bye.